Hey, Radiant Souls, welcome back to True, the Radiance in You. Welcome to this healing space. We are still at the 1212 portal, and I am going to get into the activation and grounding of our new wealth, new love, prosperity, and abundance, and also inviting in the energy of the 1212 portal, which is the ending of this year, not just the 2025 year, but also a 9 year, bringing into culmination a lot of life cycles, major life events in our lives, of the collective, of the viewers of this healing space, and bringing in new for the year one and the new year through this portal that is still open to us, the 1212 portal. So thank you for joining, thank you for viewing, thank you for watching the past sessions, thank you for joining in this energy. I am grateful to experience this expansion along with you. So let's open the portal energy for today and see how abundance of new love, new wealth, new communities, new opportunities, new projects, new plans, new life cycles want to come into our world today and through this portal. I am presence. Let me start doing this. Cards, thought, light codes, light initiation, great teacher awakening, divine magic. And we have the ultimate awakening. I am presence, right? Accessing the divine within. So when we reach the I am presence, we get away from I am this, I am that, or anything specific. We are able to flow with the I am presence, which becomes absolute, which becomes serene, which becomes peaceful. So that is the base energy. So it is the most powerful energy to form the base of the deck as we invite in our new portal for today. And that is the thought light codes. Again, an ancient Egyptian spiritual figure, and we have the light initiation, the great teacher awakening, divine magic. The great teacher for others, or great teacher in your own path, but definitely you have a lot to share. The collective who's viewing in, you have much of your light to go out into the world now. Okay, eruption of light. That card flipped over and fell out, so we are going to use that. And also see the beautiful scheme of colors that is coming in, and I definitely sense a very highly spiritual energy coming in, again with a lot of heart energy as well, which is eruption of light from this love deck. A lot of blue and green and white light energy is available to us, and I see this energies, these colors, as highly spiritual, belonging to the upper chakras, also the heart energy, and number 11 again. So even in the spiritual, even in the, not just in the portal energy, but in the love energy that is surrounding you now, it is highly spiritual in nature, highly of high vibration in nature. So as we have been receiving the soulmate, soul tribe, even twin flame, twin soul kind of love, it is all in the realm of higher vibration. So basically nothing habitual, nothing out of fear, nothing out of conditioning, nothing out of karmic cycles. Now, karmic cycles are not necessarily bad, but they are soul contracts that were there in our lives, coming from past life connections, where we had to fulfill a role, whether it's to become parents, whether it's to learn tough lessons, whether it's to give more, receive less, whatever soul contracts we had, which may have felt challenging, but which may have even felt comfortable, but more routine in nature, that did not create the spark in the soul beyond one level, because those were soul contracts we came to fulfill in this lifetime and learn through them in the physical world, and grow through them in the physical world, but probably not reach our highest potential, highest timeline in this lifetime, activating our upper chakras, our heart chakras. And those are the reasons that some of those love connections, family connections, relatives, friendships, partnerships, or sometimes even with your adult children, may needed to fall away. So now we have these energies available in Love and Portal, which are of spiritual nature. What that means is, when they are available to you on earthly realm, in earthly practical way, they will ignite that soul passion in you. They will ignite the soul spark in you. You will want to be, or you would have traveled this journey anyway on your own. Not, you may have crossed paths with those soul connections in brief moments, brief ways, or you are meeting them now, the soul tribes who see you, who connect with you, who understand you speak the same language, and you don't have to use human words or human language to understand or connect with that soul spark. So that's becoming available. I just feel like drawing one more card from the love deck, because I was beginning to connect with the energy of the deck and that fell out. So definitely that's important, but I feel, why not some more love? Okay, another love energy that wants to come to us today. Intimacy. Okay, so that has intimacy again in the same color scheme of yellow, surrounded in that cosmic circle. Figure of this feminine figure with the longest flowing hair, and the masculine figure here in a very soulful and intimate embrace, is basically coming into that intimacy with yourself, with your bare self, where a lot of the conditioning and the cloaks that we have draped ourselves in have fallen away, because we don't need those shields anymore, and we can be more vulnerable, more intimate, more or closer to the divine, closer to another. And only that energy which resonates at this frequency level will actually have access to you. And similarly, only you will only allow that access to another or others in your personal space, energetic space, who resonate, who vibrate at that frequency. So it is happening both ways, with your soul tribes, with your soulmate, with your soul partner, and you. So rising to this level of cosmic consciousness, erupting in this light, that spiritual light available, the magic coming in, there is intimacy. There is a union of here we have a man and a woman, so definitely there is a union of either you with another in your physical world, and it doesn't have to be either or, and there is a union and intimacy of you with yourself, with all parts of yourself, with no judgment, no leaving behind one part of you that had been difficult to take along with you. Let's say, for example, you are, the way you conduct yourself in life, you probably get into judgment. Let's say, somebody denies you something, or somebody doesn't accept your directions, or how you like to lead or envision or plan something. Someone doesn't follow that. Now, you may be nice and sweet and all diplomatic externally, but internally you have a mental narrative of not liking that person, getting into judgment. And because you have been raising your physical um, not physical, you have been raising your vibrations, you have been working on your shadows, you have been unearthing all parts of you, the parts that you were afraid to look at, the parts that you did not want to look at, because accepting that would have made you look into parts which you do not easily identify with. Like, I can be judgmental, you don't like that, you don't like that label for yourself, but you end up doing it all point of time. So now in the recent times you have delved into, and this is one small example of shadow work, it'll extend to many complex layers, many different life situations, many deeper psyche. So take it as it resonates into your shadow work journey. I'm just giving a smaller example for all of you to relate of what I'm saying. So in through that shadow work, you have taken all parts of you. Now no longer say that, okay, I do have a judging self within me, I do have a part within me that gets into judgment and labeling people, as much as I don't like it in others doing it towards me, but I also do it. Maybe it started in response to others doing it, no matter how it started. But here am I doing this, and this is a part I have not in the past been able to come close or accept or recognize, and thereby not able to integrated. So healing is basically that. Healing doesn't mean, you like now fixed it or whatever. You integrated it. You see that part in you. You extend compassion. You extend acceptance, and then then once you have extended, there is no defensiveness within you towards that part of you, towards that self of you which judges. And so, because there is an inherent goodness in our soul, you are not going to do this judgment of others or dislike others judging. Get into that cycle once you have recognized that in you, because then comes the acceptance that as it was possible for you to do that and coexist with your good self, it is also possible for others to coexist in your good self and not so good self, which judges and labels others. So in that acceptance and integrating your many shadow sides, you have now become more intimate with yourself. You have no barrier between this part of you and that part of you, the feminine and the masculine, the human and the God. However you want to take this, the intimacy has returned between your own selves, the human self and the higher self, and thereby making you godly and divine light within you now. Because now you're free to love. Now you have no judgment. You have released those allegiance to anything else than love. And in that intimacy with yourself, you are able to now embrace and accept others in all their colors, in all their shadow and light. And what I'm saying has absolutely no inference or suggestion towards accepting bad behaviors of others, accepting dysfunctional relationships, accepting and being in less than honorable energies thrown at others. I am not suggesting any bit of that. I am saying that when you see a true effort, when you know something or someone or a journey has meaning for you, you are able to use this intimacy that you have with yourself, the lens towards accepting others, but only those who or which you have discerned has meaning for you, has value for you, and you want to continue ongoing relationship with them in your life. You're now able to bring in more intimacy because you have worked through the shadow, you have worked through the light, and you have now attain the vibration of light within yourself, within them. Beautiful energy. And we had beauty. Oh, we had beauty as the base of the deck, bottom of the deck. And of course, with the I am presence and the beauty, it just talks about how powerfully you are sitting in your beauty. Let's see what we have in terms of I'm going to use this deck today, which is an Earth Warrior deck. What we do have in terms of bringing in and grounding and rising or raising our vibrations into material wealth. Wow, as I started saying raising our vibration into material wealth, this card just flipped over, making itself very known, and it's number 8. Number 8 I strongly associate with personal power, the 8 number path for many, or infinity, however you want to say, but number 8 is a very powerful physical manifestation energy, and the card we get is Ulka Vahini. She who rides the owl brings justice. So this figure and this energy definitely is about bringing justice and thereby results on your path, which is befitting your journey, which is honoring where you have arrived in claiming your personal power, and thereby what you deserve or what is your birthright in terms of your spiritual and physical world inheritance, prosperity, wealth you receive now through her. And we would get into the book to get some deeper meanings, but that definitely, especially receiving yesterday's 1212 portal, we received the portal of light itself from the goddess Isis. Today, while we are still at the 1212 portal, we open with the divine magic. We open in love with the eruption of light and coming into greater intimacy with another and ourselves. And in the physical world, we receive the number 8, Ulka Vahini. It tells me the story of the journeyer, the viewer, and the collective here who has been coming to these readings, my sessions, as the ones who have had disruptive journeys, who have had journeys where what is theirs was either denied to them or manipulated out of their hands, or there were many disruptions, let's say that, whether through family, through competition, through people getting envious of their power and thereby trying to either ostracize, trying to either criticize or persecute in extreme forms or by subtle manipulations. And when those were done to people early on in their journey, in early childhood, the way the mind begins to perceive oneself is by keeping small, keeping out of trouble, not being seen, not being heard, to stay safe, to feel the security, to not get into the attention of those in power, those in authority, those who have an influence over them, because that may have been trouble, because that may have caused people in power and authority, whether they were caregivers or teachers or community or co-workers or bosses or whosoever, partners who will wielded more power, cause harm, either very explicit or in very subtle form, betrayals and manipulations, because your light, the viewer who's viewing this, your light shone so bright that it triggered the darkness within them. And when it triggers darkness within, if they're not conscious, and mostly it happens with people who are not conscious on their journey, and that's why their darkness, they don't see their own darkness as separate from their core essence. They are just surrounded in it, and they are so entangled in it, that they have not started their journey or seen their darkness as darkness separate from their own goodness, and thereby they just continue to be in that darkness and keep getting triggered by when they see the light, because they want to go there but they don't have the consciousness. Only at those stages of one's journey people can hurt others, because when you become conscious, when you start getting into your own journey, you see that this light and dark remains within all of us until we have gone so deep and we have a practice and a journey to clean our own debris every single day, multiple times a day as needed. That's when we take the attention away from others to ourselves, to inward, to do the work on ourselves and ask for forgiveness and extend compassion and extend love to others. So you may have had those journeys. You may have had felt lonely traveling on those journeys at times when mass consciousness was denser, mass consciousness was heavier, and that included your families and friends and tribes and relationships and partners and all of it maybe. So now you have arrived at a time where you are divinely protected by, she's bringing the justice to you to deliver what is yours. Because now, by retaining your journey inward, by retaining your goodness and surrendering and aligning to the divine goodness, you have invoked her mercy, you have invoked her compassion, you have attached yourself to the eternal source of goodness, goodwill, and cosmic love. And in that and through that, now you receive the justice. Now you receive what is yours. So your journeys are paying off in beautiful way without having to get entangled in the dramas of others, in the lower vibrations of others, and your own. You are able to leave behind your own lower vibrations by remaining in this journey, and through that you receive the justice now. Beautiful energy. The base of the deck is number 33, Intikana, child of light. And so say that's what I was talking. You have remained. Oh, I wish I turned this card before, because it's such a beautiful visual. You see how the moon's cycle, it just goes from the almost new moon into the full moon. So the maturity of you through your journey, through the moon cycles, through the cosmic cycles, touching that eternal source of light in the universe. And as I say this, I also have some sun energy in where I'm recording right now. I hope that is a beautiful activation for who's viewing this. The sun energy, the hand dipping into the cosmic sun, the sun energy. And I want the viewer, you who's watching this, to get activated in this beautiful child of the light energy, which is the base energy here, as you receive your divine justice, your divine share. And I apologize if some of these light and shadow literally on the table where I'm recording may have a little viewership difficulty if you're experiencing, but it's so beautiful getting the natural sun on the where the sun is here, that I did not want to deny either myself or the collective this opportunity to experience the divine magic, the cosmic magic. And then this yellow butterfly with the beautiful black and white, and the whole I think this is the feathers, this is the dream catcher, or anyway, the grounded, some Native American origin, which personally is very has a lot of significance to me, but you can take as it resonates for you. This figure who's also naked, no, okay, let me choose the right word, who's also bare-bodied, in the way of not having any veil, not having any shield, not having any cloak of protection, but exposing oneself to the elemental abundance, touching the light, is also surrounded by a beautiful infinity Number 8. Here we have number 8. See the synchronicity of the cards and the visuals that are coming in for us on this 12 portal. So this infinity surrounding, not surrounding, it's almost embracing this figure with beautiful flowers, also shows how it is limitless and endless and an infinity loop when we are this in touch with the cosmic light. Okay, eruption of light, the infinity, the number 8, the sun and the physical sun being here. We also receive that sun and the yellow in our love intimacy. This is also number 8. I just noticed that. The number 33, the 8, the 11, partnership, this is from the love oracle, so partnership and union. 35 goes to 8. It's such beautiful synchronicity in today's reading that it warms my own heart to be able to channel and bring in this activation for the collective today. Today I wanted to use one other deck for love. This is a very beautiful and the deliciousness of human love with the divine, with the source, then the love for other in the beautiful poetic ways of Rumi. So let's see what is the 12-12 energy of love, abundance, new, that is making our world delicious, joyful, graceful, beautiful, peaceful, and bringing in new partnerships, bringing in new soul connections, bringing in new love. One additional message we want to bring in. Okay, that card flipped over. Let's take this card. Oh wow, it has the same color schemes at the base of the deck, but number 11 again. See, Sacred Convergence. And Sacred Convergence again is a beautiful energy of both, individual love, partnership, and okay, I believe the leaf is not going to show this. Oh, let me take it here. Okay, so the Sacred Convergence is both like the whole sacred cosmic ecosystem that is converging for you now, coming together for you now, but it also signifies for those of you who are on those journeys of inviting in new soul connections, soul-based businesses, soul-based new vocations, soul communities, soul-based personal love relationships, all of it, or your soul connections with loved ones who may have passed over and are not on physical form anymore. So those of you who are watching, even for this, and you are getting closer or you are in touch with your loved ones, if they have crossed over and are not in the physical realm anymore, your love is connected deeply with them and their love is deeply connected with you. If you're looking or if you're working on manifesting this convergence in physical form, it is happening for you now. And 211 and number 11 on the 12-12 portal is also a progression from 11 to 12, is also a partnership energy on this powerful portal, and it is a beautiful energy to bring in. Now coming to the base of this deck, which is again the same as the intimacy card here. If you see the similarity in the figure and the the union message of the intimacy, convergence, and union. So very, very strong in terms of union, sacred convergence, intimacy, light. So it definitely, unmistakably, without me using a lot of words, you can feel this energy of cosmic union with sacred ones in your life now. And again, 1-9 leads to one, beginning, new beginning. And again, this is a figure of probably a feminine, definitely, and masculine with the cosmic energy surrounding them. this union with another, or with others, either at the physical level or with the spiritual energy who have passed over, a spiritual being, or with your divine self. No matter how it resonates in your particular situation, it is happening now. That is the base energy available coming through this 1212 portal and getting activated within each one of us who is tuning into this collective space, sacred union, sacred convergence. So bring in, open your hearts, use your discernment. Discernment is not from the mind, not from fear, not from judgment. It is from a place of what you allow in your vibration so that you remain pure in your higher vibration. So when you have that discernment intact within you, you can open your heart to all that is coming towards you, so that you open your convergence, open your union with your divine partner, divine partners, sacred soul tribe, new communities which are soul based, businesses, jobs, whatever families you're trying to create. Everything is sanctioned and happening at the sacred level. And that is the gift of this 1212 portal becoming available to us. And this last card, of course, is our daily prayer of the abundance of Satis, which is our celestial goddess of abundance, who brings in all forms of abundance through all channels possible, by closing out channels which are no longer active or activated, so that we close those and open new channels and activate those with our intention, with our heart energy, with our prayers. And we receive this union with our soul tribes, that she also brings the justice. By she who rides the owl brings justice is a strong indication of the divine watching, your spiritual team watching for you to bring in those who are actually vibrating with the same vibration that you are now vibrating in the higher accelerated spiritual realm. So your physical world manifestation is easier, is faster, is lighter, and brings you joy and leaves you with no heavy energies, no contemplation that becomes, repetitive or busy or dense or whatever. So let's end this with our prayer of abundance of Satis. And I invite you, the viewers, to tune into this collective energy as we ground this very magical, powerful yet soft, and determined yet very allowing kind of energy that is ours to receive today. As I say this, I just feel like putting this here so that this feels like an activation for you as you tune in and look at this. That at the center we have the light, and it's emanating in all directions, bringing in what is coming as soft energies, spiritual energies to us. And we are constantly receiving and radiating back into the universe the beautiful energy, the divine magical energies in love and in physical wealth that is now coming to us. So you may want to close your eyes as we conclude our reading for today with this beautiful invocation for the celestial goddess of abundance. You may want to close your eyes as you listen to this. Star of Satis, you bless me with abundance and peace. My wealth on all levels does increase. Through many channels I receive your flow. With wonder and gratitude I watch my wealth grow. I release all fear and doubt that would block your grace. Instead, I focus on your shining stellar face and realize the love and safety within. The flow of great abundance now does begin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Divine Source and the Mother Celestial Goddess for bringing us this abundance, bringing us this eruption of light and love, for bringing us into sacred convergence with our significant others, in soul tribe, in communities, in our relationships. And we thank you for surrounding us in your divine magic. Thank you, the collective, for viewing this, for participating in this. If anything of this resonated with you and you would like to continue to receive more of this activation and come into the space, I invite you to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel so that it can grow its audience, it can grow in and reach those who are on these journeys, so that more hearts are activated in love and abundance, and we make this collective a beautiful place as our hearts are. Thank you. And other details of personal reading, if that is your calling at this moment, are available in the description box. So thank you. Stay in your love and stay in your abundance. We'll see you next time. Bye bye. Take care.